Give me some cakes. Give me some cakes. I need cakes. I need patty cakes. Oh, I need big cakes, little cakes, medium cakes. Give me all the cupcakes. Oh, I need what? I need cakes. Hey biscuits, welcome back to the Wholesome Feed Me. See that mom punning we're doing on this channel? That is how we roll. Today we are doing Central California's most delectable cakes. Num num num. No. Oh yes. Oh my goodness. Is there anything better than a really good slice of cake? Like when you're in the mood and it hits perfectly? Oh, I like really good cakes. I do. Cake. It's pretty delicious. This pink cake is pure luscious goodness. So we first had this cake several years ago when we were road tripping down. Oh my goodness, 2 or 3 years ago. And my son talked about it regularly up until the time we came back here, wanting to try this cake out again. And I thought, if this cake is so enamored this little boy, we're going to talk about it on the channel. It's delicious. What is it called? Shrinkflation has definitely hit. The cake is much smaller than it used to be, if I'm being honest, for the price. It's like 13 bucks a cake slice, and it's now tiny. It used to be big enough for like 3 people, and you thought, oh, well, you know, 12 bucks a cake slice. Okay, you know, it's fine. So it's like, it's a little more expensive, and it's way, way tinier. I was so disappointed because I thought, oh, we've ordered this one, and then I didn't order a second slice, which I should have, but last time we got it, they were absolutely huge. They are so good. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love the ridiculous pinkness. I love the tasty, fluffy cake. It is such an experience to go there. You just have to wander around, check out the bathrooms, check out the downstairs. Like, it's not a wine cellar, but it's like by the gift shop. It's like this rock grotto thing. It's really fun. You got to eat the cake with the experience of the Madonna Inn because it's just too much of a chuckle to not. It's fun. It's American road tripping at its most entertaining. And the cakes are delicious. I got the kids a root beer float, which was, they really liked it. In fact, they ate too much cake and ice cream, and my son got a tummy ache. But my daughter was in hog heaven getting all these sweets. She was like, oh my goodness, all the sugar high. I'm never going to sleep tonight, mama. Such good cake. I love to find cakes that don't just taste good, but that have a fun experience attached. So maybe that's the place that you're eating them at, that bakery. Maybe it's what the cake looks like. Maybe it's like just a fun, really unique cake. I find cupcakes are like this a lot. Do you find this biscuits where cupcakes just have a ton of little fun, different designs? And this pink cake for me is like a giant cupcake because it's just fabulous. Hazelnut Nutella. Oh, am I in Italy? No. But I am eating hazelnut delicious cake. This was a delicious, tasty cake. I bought it particularly because I always try to buy hazelnut goodies whenever I'm traveling internationally, and I so rarely see any hazelnut desserts here in the US. I don't know why that is. Biscuits, tell me in the comments, like, do you have a bakery near you that does a lot of hazelnut baked goods? I don't see it in this country, but when I travel, I find a ton of hazelnut flavored things. So I don't know if it's just like the West Coast maybe doesn't do hazelnuts, but I'm very intrigued because it's such a good flavor. And this was a sublime tasty cake just to bite into. Oh, ganache on top. I mean, anytime you've got multiple delicate layers on a cake, I'm intrigued. Oh yes I am.
Now you might think, oh, look at these kiddos helping their mama film traveling food vlogs. What could they be up to? Stealing cake. That's right. I want to give you a little behind the scenes of what it's like filming food vlogs for you biscuits. The Wholesome Feed Me, yes. Feed me, comma, and small monkeys who steal what I am filming. Oh, luscious chocolate layery cake. Yes. Get into my tummy. Fill the whole of the fall of civilization that we're all experiencing. Just kidding. Life is pretty good. This is actually an exceptionally good time on the planet to be alive. There is cake. There is love. There is your family. Oh, luxuriate in that deliciousness. I'm going to see you over on Patreon. It's our request only month on Patreon. This is a once a year annual bonanza of awesomeness. So I will see you over on our Patreon.
Oh my goodness. All the cake brings me back to when we were in Austria years ago and I was with my ex-spousal equivalent. Fire emoji. And he just loved to do things to try and embarrass me, although they really just embarrassed himself because, like, I'm an eccentric crazy lady. I'll wander around with the camera in my face vlogging like you can embarrass me. He dropped a cake slice while being a purposeful doofus trying to be embarrassing off a 2-story balcony. And it was just like, oh, dude, can you be more of the terrible American tourist? If you think of that typical terrible American tourist, you go like, oh, that was him. And it wasn't him. It was this like performative thing he would put on whenever we traveled anywhere. I don't know why. It was very weird. I'm like, why do you want to be the terrible stereotype? You aren't. You're better than that. I don't know. To this day, it's one of the weirdest stories ever. I loved Austria. I cannot wait one day to get to go back. It hasn't been in the cards for my travel vlogging. But what a lovely country, just full of wonderful people, delicious baked goods, beautiful countryside. And my ex spent the whole trip doing ridiculous things. Things that I tell family members about, like we'll tell this story years later, like, oh, do you remember when so-and-so did this? And I'm like, oh yeah, oh. What's sad is that trip didn't end our relationship. It should have. The cake incident should have been like, whoa man, whoa. Once you desecrate the cake, that's too much. Somehow I stuck around, but there you go. The way to a lady's heart is through cake, and the way to losing her is through discarding the cake on a 2-story balcony when it's a delicious multiple layers of chocolate sponge. Biscuits, I want to know, what is your favorite type of cake? Is it chocolate with raspberry with buttercream? Do you want a ganache over a pistachio layer? Do you want lemon with a lemon meringue filling? Ooh, what kind of flavor combos do you want? Because, oh, I love hearing cake ideas. And biscuits, I gotta get baking on more cakes. I don't know why I haven't been more creative in my cake baking. I think it's mama overload, but I'm getting back into it. I am throwing my hat into the ring that says, it is cake time, give me the cake. Because I clearly need more cake in my life. Never turn down interesting, fabulous pieces of cake that the rest of your family turns down. Oh, I thought, oh, none of you were gonna eat this? It was one of the best flavors of treats we had on this entire trip. Oh. Never be afraid to go out of your cake comfort zone. Oh yes.
Hey biscuits, have we learned a bucket ton about cake? Have we learned that you gotta go to Central Cali and experience the cakey goodness? Well, if not that, I hope that you enjoy traveling through from your computer or your phone to get to see all these yummy treats. It is so fun that we live in a world full of delicious food. I really think it's one of the great motivating factors. Oh, look at that luscious slice. Oh, you know you want some. If you could just lick it through the screen, your tummy would go, thank you for watching this. Oh, because if you're ever thinking, should I have cake? The answer is probably yes. If you do only one thing before the new year, because biscuits, the new year's coming up, I know, it's shocking. Go around to your local area, maybe an hour or 2 hours away. Have a little fun time with the family. Go try different bakery treats. Go see what you love. It is such a fun way to bond with your family. It is such a fun way to do a little bit of self-care on your body, to just enjoy food. You don't need bad food. You don't need good food. Just have food that makes your body hum in happiness. It is so lovely to live a rich, luxurious life through food. And it doesn't matter what your budget is. It doesn't matter what your time constraints are. You can try these little sprinkle cupcakes. They came out of a vending machine. You can get the high-end bakery cakes like this little beauty. Go for what fits your family budget and go play. It's such a fun, recession-friendly thing to do because your whole family can just split little cakes. Split a cupcake, have some tasty nibbles here and there. Oh, that's another sprinkle cupcake. I love the little shaved chocolates biscuits. I think I've got to do that for my holiday gifts. I think that's on my list. I got to do it. It's important because holiday gifts, I like to give baked goods. People know I love them. It is such fun to get to bring you along on these Wholesome Feed Me episodes. Let me know in the comments. Tell me, what episode would you like to see next? Would you like to see Pacific Northwest food? Is there a destination in the U.S. that you would love to see food from? Or is there somewhere international where you're like, Rose, go try the cakes here. Go try the donuts. This is the best that it ever gets. Who saw last year's holiday donut-a-thon in Las Vegas. If you didn't, go check out previous videos on this channel. Hey, biscuits, you see these crazy shenanigans I go through. Trying to test out your cakes, trying to see, oh, what is the best flavor for my biscuits? Well, let me tell you, my little biscuits insist on sampling them too, so that they can tell me what their thoughts on. Their vote, by far, favorite cake was a pistachio cake. Well, yeah, their favorite cake was a pistachio, but they loved the hazelnut / really, it's just a Nutella cake. Nom, 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 nom. Fan favorites, by far. Shockingly, the all chocolate cake, the least of the small biscuits favorite. So go try it. Go have fun with your family. Go take advantage of shorter days, cool weather where you're like, oh, you know what? A little nibble sounds good. Go have treats together. It is a beautiful gift that we get to be together during the holiday season with our families. And I think food is such a gorgeous, luscious way to bring each other together and spend quality good time. The amount of gossip and chats I've had with my kiddos and giggles and coos and belly tickles is a gift worth sharing, my biscuits. Love you, biscuits.